What's tea?
I don't know, friend.
Well, we gonna get into it. I'm Alicia,
And I'm Max.
and this is the I Don't Know Friend podcast. Let's go ahead and get things started with some hot topics. First thing we're gonna go ahead and talk about today is Mr. Independent. He likes some independence. Neo and his longtime side chick having their second baby. That was conceived while he was still married to his wife, Crystal Smith. How you feel about that?
Well, I thought that it was a different female. I thought it's the same female that just recently had the other baby.
It's sad. Let me see here.
I thought it was a different female, but regardless of the fact, Neo is a shitty husband. Yeah, like it's just he was all over the place. Not kind of, but I'm glad Crystal got out of that relationship. That was not healthy at all because she was giving him a lot of chances. So, and he just out here still nigging, doing what he do best.
This is their second child together. I don't know if this is the same one that the same girl that caused Crystal to leave, or if this is another baby he done had, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Neo ain't shit, ain't never been shit. I mean, to be honest, I was never fucking with Crystal because of how he did with his first baby mom. Their whole situation with the way they got together in the first place. So how you get them, how you lose them. For being honest
how
with
you lose them.
I mean, shit. But I mean, it's still fucked up, and he is a fucked up. Could you imagine fucking Neo? Like, look at his face.
No, I
Look
could
at that
not.
shiny head, and he got them dimples in his head too. I just.
And he got them Perry the Platypus lips. No, I'll pass.
I feel like he always got hot breath. It's just always warm. It's just always warm, and like the lips, it just always pressure going into the. No thanks. Yeah, I couldn't imagine dealing with him for real, and it's not really a flex to have Neo's baby.
No.
In 2023, I don't think it ever was a flex, but definitely not in 2023. It's a little embarrassing, if I'm being honest with you. I would have kept that private. That's really all I got to say on that. Next, I guess we'll go ahead and talk about. We can go ahead and talk about Sierra's people trying to drag Sierra for her dress that she wore to the Oscar. Was it Oscars party?
Yes, the Oscars vanity party, Beyonce's and Jay-Z's Oscar party.
I mean, I don't see people trying to drag her for it. I don't.
Right, everybody else do it. And you see how Russell Wilson was over there looking like she a snack.
That, like, her husband don't got no beef with
So,
her.
hey, as long as Russell love it, that's all that matters. Because half of these skeevens and all these Instagram models be outside with kids too. Talking about, oh, she's a mother, and it's very weird that she wants to show off she wants to be her hot, sexy self, like at this point. That's when she's feeling the most hot and sexiest. So let Sierra wear what she wants to wear. That's how I feel about it.
I don't know why y'all trying to police the bitch. If that's what she want to put on, that's what she finna put on. Like, I don't understand it. It's very odd that that's what y'all are putting in the blogs, and that's what y'all are feeling the need to take time out of your day to talk about. When there's so many things in the world going on. This is where you're choosing to make a stand. What Sierra's wearing, like to a party you weren't invited to. So why are you even offended? Be for real.
Right.
I don't get it. Um,
Put that shit on, Sierra.
seriously, she looked the fuck good. That's really it. Y'all just kind of in your feels about it. Just say that. Asking for the workout routine.
Right.
It's really okay. That's really what I'm asking. That's what I want to know. That's really it. People gonna hate. Haters gonna hate. That's really it. Um, Next topic. I guess we can go ahead and talk about um, the fact that Ruby Rose and French Montana are dating. I mean, I guess this is news. I don't particularly care about either one of them, so like, good for them. I don't. Sure, like whatever.
I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't seeing that coming. I didn't see that
I
coming.
didn't see it coming. I mean, I was a little thrown off by the matchup. We had to check the French Montana's age because I thought he was in his 40s. He looks like he's in his 40s. He's giving 44, but apparently he's 39. So, okay. All right then. You know,
Yeah, I guess not that bad, you know?
it is that bad, but you know, whatever. He's he's still old as hell. Like
I mean, he
39.
still is old, but we do got Marcus Houston out here going with a 21-year-old.
Yeah, that's
And he's
crime was
literally
committed
in
there.
his 40s.
No, crimes were committed there. He was fucking on that girl since she was 12. There's proof of that one. The statute of
Right.
limitations just expired. But this one's just weird.
Yeah.
At least now she won't have to keep throwing subs at DDG because he's got more. Maybe he has more money. We'll have to look into that and get back to you on that. At least net worth wise.
It's my son do be getting on the charts, them African charts and stuff.
Yeah.
He be
That's what I said. At least net worth wise. So he'll
right.
be able to throw some money around. So she'll be quiet for a little bit. I think this is honestly, I don't know what they'd have to talk about. I feel like it's a good clout move. Well, nobody talking about them.
Right.
We're still not talking about them besides right now, but you know, I don't know. It's giving clout.
We'll see how.
It's giving clout. That's all.
We'll see if they're here by Easter. Sure. Not Easter.
Easter. You right.
Memorial Day. Let's say Memorial Day. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. Child probably won't even make it till then.
Right. Come on now. Never even seen them in the same room. So this is like literally the picture of them like confirming their relationship is 2 pictures. It's not them together. It's a picture of her and a picture of him. Like it's not even. So either way, that's really it with that. Next topic. I guess we'll go ahead and talk about y'all's boy Juan Dixon getting fired from Coppin State. It was first rumored that he was fired because of an alleged, well, not alleged. There's a lawsuit that he's a part of for allegedly not reporting like some abuse of a like teammate. Would that be the correct word? Student athlete.
Right.
But as the more stuff has come out, people are just like, nah, he just wasn't a good coach, and like they were losing, so
right.
They just fired him because, like, you know,
which we figured.
Yeah, so that's really it. And it's probably a combination of things. They also got a new school president a couple years ago, and you know, it takes some time for them to make a lot of changes within the school. So it's probably just a number of things. Either way, he no longer has this good paying job. So I'm sure the producers are going to keep Robin on for another season to see if she's really going to open up about her money problems again, because that's the only thing she's ever talked about on the show was their money problems. So, you know,
right.
I guess we'll get to see that again. Like
I
back in
can't
the
say that
day.
I will be tuning in if I do find out that that's the storyline.
That is gonna be the
Or
storyline.
if I find out she's on there, I'm just gonna be like, which I mean, I'm pretty sure she's still gonna be on there.
No, she
But
is.
when
I don't think
I
that's
figure
biased.
out that storyline and it's not what I want it to be, I'm done. I'm
I'm
done.
convinced. No, no. I know for a fact they're not gonna fire her now because they don't want like the backlash of like, oh damn, now they're gonna be homeless because they both lost their jobs. Even though that happens to plenty of people in America and in the world, like that's just
Exactly.
life. But that's light skinned people, so whatever. And they're public figures, so they're not gonna. Bravo doesn't want the smoke with that one. So they're not going to do that to
Right.
them. And so they're going to keep that storyline going. And again, this is a storyline they're comfortable giving because they've done it before. So they're just going to do it again. And I should probably mention, like, briefly, him pushing the same stupid narrative of, oh, he just was trying to be a good person and give him the hotel room. Like, nigga, the way I want to slap the hell out of Robin for
Robin is just as
lying.
dumb as she looks.
No, she's not dumb. Robin, like, is just a liar.
Oh,
She's
right,
just a
right,
liar.
right. Correct. You're definitely right. Robin is nowhere near dumb. She's just a liar, and she's just gonna always be that. She's basically teaching her black sons, to just grow up and lie just because it's gonna benefit them financial wise, basically.
Right.
And no, so the thing is, Robin, I stand corrected. Robin thinks that we are dumb. That's what she thinks.
That's what she was doing. She thinks we're dumb.
And we are not, honey. So
Exactly.
let that be your storyline. And I'm done.
That's really it. See how much money she makes off of just the podcast. Because
Right. Well,
that's
I
what.
would love for it to be her storyline. I said that wrong. If that is her storyline, okay, I still don't care. However, if something else is your storyline that does not pertain to anything that has happened and that has came out about you and Juan lying to the audience, I am done with y'all. Been done with y'all, actually. But girl, yes, let's move on from the starless Dixons.
Oh, right. So we can go ahead and talk about Tamar Braxton getting engaged to the Queen's Court finalist Jeremy Robinson. Robinson proposed to her during the final moments of the season finale, telling her, I don't want to be your friend, I want to be your husband. I'm here forever because I don't want to see my life without you. And I love you, Tamar. Tamar, will you marry me? And she said yes. So she gonna marry her little white man, child.
What you got to say about that?
I mean, I don't even know this man. I never seen this man before. I haven't watched the show. Um,
I'm sorry, I do not know this man.
Sorry to this man. But go Tamar. I don't know. I feel like I want her to be happy. I feel like she's gone through her little ups and downs with Vince, and then wasn't he like the African man, right? That's who it was.
Right,
After
she
her.
did your little ordeal. You
Mm-hmm.
said if you don't get it right the first, by a certain age, listen,
I'm going to
everyone's
a white man.
welcome.
So you know what? I'm gonna see how it works out with this one with her, and I think it'll prove my theory. So
But some of the white men are just as trash as the black ones.
right? Yeah, definitely. But I'm happy for her. I think if it's genuine, not just for the show or whatever. Hopefully, so I would hope that
Right.
he's not just doing it for a show. So that's great or whatever. What you think?
I also agree with you. I'm not mad at it. Like, he's handsome to me. I feel like if she's happy, why not? But I mean, why not? She's been through it before. It's not like, this is something new. Obviously, she still sees herself being married. And I feel like, she deserves that in her own right. So congrats to Tamar and her white fiance.
um. Also, this is someone I don't particularly care for. Evelyn Lozada from Basketball Wives. One of the many basketball wives who wasn't a basketball wife is engaged to also a Queen's Court finalist, Lavon Lewis. What is Queen's Court? What is it? Is it a dating or like a marriage show?
Yeah, something like that. Like
Oh.
they're like three contestants. Nivea is on there too, and I guess they go out with different guys. Guys, a dating show.
Well, it says he. Oh no, they don't say what he did. But either way, he proposed to Evelyn as well. I don't particularly care for Evelyn. I think she's racist, so good for her, I guess.
But Evelyn, it's just
racist.
like Evelyn is. I don't take her her relationship serious anymore. I just feel like Evelyn is just out here. So when I do see her pop up, it's like, oh, what does she have going on now? It's always just I don't know. I don't really pay Evelyn no mind, to be honest. So I don't even know who proposed to her, to be honest.
Some black man with a bald head and a goatee and some large ears. So, her type.
Right.
That looks a lot similar to Carl Crawford. Not similar, but a white person would think he was Carl Crawford.
Right.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, if it's genuine, if they actually make it down the aisle, all that, that's great. That's cool. I love that for them. Hopefully, he can educate her on how to actually not hate
not
black
be
women.
Black by association.
Right. Not that. To actually not hate black women. That would be pretty cool, But anyway, the fact that you have black kids does not make you not racist. So, education, that would be a lovely thing. But anyway, that's that on that. I don't know. I just want to talk about this. I don't think we have brought that up. The fact that Larsa Pippen says she definitely change her last name if she marries Marcus Jordan is weird to me. I don't know.
It's very weird. And Larsa irks the hell out of me. Like, lady, you are pushing 40, if not in her 40s already. Like, you can be relevant and not mess with your ex-husband's teammate's son. Like, it's just a weird flex that she has going on. And I kind of want to slap some sense into Marcus Jordan because, sir, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? If he thinks this is love, I feel sorry for him. That's just... Why would she do that? Why would she do? How do you feel about her possibly, if they were to ever get married, her changing her last name to Jordan?
I think she knows that she needs clout, and that would be the ultimate clout thing. Like, she knows she can get a show off of the name change alone, and that's gonna be money in the bag. And I respect it. It's insane. And it like makes you a terrible person, but like on some Kris Jenner shit, that's money.
Right.
That's like Kris Jenner. You know what I'm saying? Like that's some show right there. To be like top tier, just getting money, and I don't really know. Like, people's mindset with things is very warped. I'm urging you to get therapy. I don't really know what more to say besides that. You need help, honey. You need help, babe. Like,
And hopefully her kids will talk some sense
your
into
kids need
her
help as well.
because
You've done damage. I know you have. They're not going to talk to you in about 5 years.
I would be so
Mark my
embarrassed if that
words.
was my mom.
No, for real. Mark my words. They're not speaking to you anymore. Like, there's going to be fallout.
And anytime she brings them up, she'd be like, "My kids have a busy life. They're touring the world. My kids are, yeah, not talking to you. I'm
No,
pretty
for real.
sure."
They don't speak to you. Like, there's beef. There's real beef. And it's
And
sad.
I'm almost convinced Marcus Jordan mom does not like Larsa. There's nothing Larsa can lie and say that will tell me that black lady likes her. I'm
No, for real.
sorry.
No, for real.
I don't know. Marcus Jordan mama is just giving me real back in the day type vibes. And yeah, I don't think she's going for it.
um, there wasn't that much tea, so really the last one we can talk about, I really wish we didn't have to, but like we have to, is, oh my gosh, Krishan and
Yo, girl.
Blueface. Krishan and Blueface, we can't not talk about it, and like, it's just, there's so much to unpack with that. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I don't even think we have like all the screenshots because there's just so much.
Yeah, you just have to sum it up,
Blueface
friend.
was really going in on Krishan lately. He was tweeting at her. The baby mom, Jaden, was tweeting at her. Jaden then later, after the fact, was like, "Oh, that was Blue. That was getting at her." Which, side note, if that was really Blue, I'ma really need all the niggas, like all the niggas to beat his ass, because that's some real pussy ass shit to like be trying to quote unquote gang up on a girl. Like, that's some hoe shit for real. Like, you're a bitch. But anyway, he was quote unquote putting her on blast, like, "Oh, all this laundry ain't get done. You wonder why I don't want a baby with you." But mind you, she's not even home. So if you needed your laundry washed, I don't know. I feel like a grown man could, I don't know, put his dirty clothes in the washing machine because he's sitting there. So I don't.
And don't forget he said my bitch should be able to do the laundry.
Right. So that's just how that should go. And then it was like every single thing he was going at her with, he just kept saying basically he want her to keep the baby. Maybe it is his, but that he don't want her to. He just was really kind of going at her about not wanting this baby. And at the end of the day, and I'm talking to Krishan like a big cousin, because at this point I really feel like she a little cousin to me, and I'm gonna tell her if she doesn't 1000% want this kid on her own, if she doesn't 1000% want this kid and feel like she's gonna 1000% take care of this kid completely on her own, then she just shouldn't keep it. And that's because you can't force a nigga to do nothing. As much as you want to, you can't. If he don't want to do it, he's not. And I don't care what the courts say, none of that. He's just not going to. You know how long it's going to take to get even some child support? And child support is only going to do so much. That's just monetarily. That's not going to get up and help you feed the baby in the middle of the night. That's not going to help you with doctor's appointments. That's not going to do like none of the extra little shit, you know what I'm saying? That's not going to help you clean up the throw up and the blow up diapers and like all that extra shit. So like, it's really going to be a lot on you. But at the same time, it's a different feeling. It's a different love you're going to get from a kid. And I think it can very much help you with a lot of things, sobering up your mind, but you're going to have to really put in the work. So it's really up to you, but I personally think you would just need to leave him alone fully, because he is not the nigga you want around your jit. If I'm being honest with
And it's just a lot of learning. I feel like she's gonna have to, grow up and still learn. She just turned 22, so she has a lot of learning to do.
you.
Um, I know I get caught up in the oh my gosh, she's so dumb and this and that and that, but we all have to like really just look at the situation for what it is. Like she's literally just getting physically and mentally abused at such a young age. So of course anybody that has never felt love or anything like that, they're going to, when they think it's love, they're going to just cling to that
Right.
person no matter how much he's saying it herself. Why would I want to wash the clothes for you and you beat me up and cheat on me? She knows it's wrong. However, she's just so stuck and tied to him. We was just talking about soul ties, y'all. She has the soul ties is real, honey, and she cannot break loose. So a baby is like a whole different type of love. Not everybody deserves that type of love. I will say that. And I just hope that this changes her for the better. And
I
at this
think it
point,
will.
girl,
I think it
hopefully
will.
it do change for your cousin. I'm praying, friend.
I think it will. Honestly,
I'm
I
praying.
see a lot of like myself in Krishan in certain ways. Not a lot of myself, that's a lie. But I see where she's coming from in certain ways, in that aspect, that like headspace. Because like I said, I had my son at 22. I didn't have help. That was all on myself, all on me. That abusive mentality. I wasn't physically abused, but like my situation with my daddy, like I was mentally terrible. Like I don't even think I told you. I don't think you know everything like that I went through with that shit. So like I know I know what it's like. But I really do think if that's really what she wants, and because she's brought up wanting a baby before, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
when she brought up the fact like that she had had the abortions previously, and that she didn't want to do it, and blah blah blah, but he had told her to, and all this other shit. So that's what I'm saying. I think she knows that like she wants to be a mom, she wants that love, and she wants that to have that connection with another person.
I just hope it doesn't. I'm fine with her wanting that. I just hope she doesn't solely blame. I just hope she doesn't let Blueface dictate her love for her baby. I just hope
Right.
it's completely separate. Like I
That.
hope if she's going to continue to, deal with Blueface and stuff like that, that's that. But long as her baby is okay, and I mean, I feel like that baby should not be around Blueface. I'm sorry, regardless.
No, I
That
agree.
Blueface is just a menace. Like I wouldn't want him around my baby regardless.
Hmm.
But since we know that the baby will be around him, I just hope she just separates the two.
That's what I'm saying. I agree. I hope. Well, I feel like I hope once she has the baby, she kind of really just completely opens her mind, and she just like wakes up. You know what I'm saying? Like it just snaps, everything
She
clicks.
doing it month day by day a little.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just kind of clicks, everything comes together, and she really just goes back to kind of how she was, more how she was before even really dealing with him. Gets back on the right track and really just gets focused and becoming like a good, like a more stable person. I think it could be good for her. I'm happy for her, and I want it to work out. But he's a mess. He's an abuser mentally and physically, and he's just ass. He's booty. He is like a pucker butthole. Like, you know what I'm saying? The ones that like poke out. That's him. And that's also what he
Like he's
likes.
the type
So,
that should be like Blueface deserves to get jumped
no, for real.
by the whole gang. By the whole gang.
No, for real. He literally, he's the worst type. He's a actual bitch, and I mean like a female, like, and I mean like a bitch, like
Literally.
a female dog. Like
He's not even like to
this
be
little
honest,
girl.
bitch can be a dear a word of endearment. Blueface is literally just a hoe. He's just a hoe.
No, for real. Need to be on that stroll. Run me my motherfucking money. Anyway, so that's pretty much all we got for hot topics this week. I'm gonna need y'all to be a little more messy so we could really get into some things because we couldn't really get into these things this week. Anyway, so with that in mind, messiness, bullshit, abusers, mentally, we're gonna go ahead and turn on into why we hate liars. And when we're talking about liars, we're specifically talking about liars by omission. Because when we deal with liars, for the most part, with the men we've dealt with, we're dealing with dudes who won't tell us the whole truth. And they feel like because they just leave certain parts out, they're not lying. I just didn't tell you that because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, or I didn't think you was gonna be cool with that. So yeah, I was actually talking to her, but I just didn't tell you that. And so with that, go ahead and speak your mind, friend. Pop off.
Okay, so the topic is liars. How I really feel about liars, my whole thing is everything can be so good. And I'm the type, like, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to tell you what I feel like I need to tell you. Like, if it's nothing like serious or if we're not even in that stage, I'm not asking you to tell me your whole life story or your whole, I'm not asking you to do that. But when it comes to just principle on things, I feel like there should definitely be some honesty in there. And one thing about it, at this point with liars, is basically just like, child, don't even open your legs to them till you know every little thing. Ask every little question, because some dudes will be out here and it's just like you just said, oh, so you told me this, you ain't tell me all of that, but you ain't lying because you just didn't bring it up. And niggas will really feel like just not saying nothing at all is better not basically not saying anything at all is just better than bringing it up. They will feel like just because you don't know, or if they don't say anything, like, you won't really think nothing of it. But to be honest, I'm the most like easygoing person. If you be honest with me, you don't know what I put up with. But now you not even giving me a choice. You basically giving me the choice because I don't know what you got going on. Like, and this is a real story. I've dealt with this one guy, and it was more so like he was basically, how can I put it? So I was basically like dealing with this one guy, and I was asking. So this one time I did catch him like messing around and things like that. Now this was an ex. And I asked him about like every little thing about, what I caught him doing and this and that and that.
Give me a clue, but don't say
What's a clue? What's a clue? What's a clue? What's a clue? Hey, what's a clue? What's a clue? What's a clue? I'm trying to think of one, and I give it up to easy. Work. Work.
Work. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it was like, he basically, I'm thinking he being honest, he's being real, he's being open about the situation. Come to find out, I'm still finding out things later. Like, okay, you told me this, but you ain't tell me all of that happened too. Like, why didn't you just bring that up? Why didn't you just admit to it when it was on the table for questioning? Like, Do you know we could have avoided all of
And this
this?
was
Like,
way later that you found all this out.
way later.
Like a
And see, that's
year.
what I be telling y'all. Stop lying, because when you lie, it's gonna come to the light. You don't know who people know. You don't know what people like, what things people know, all of that. Like, and trust me, Maxine gonna find out, honey. It's gonna come to me, because God loves me, and He gonna make sure I'm not looking like a fool out here. And I done dealt with a couple of liars, and I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes, and Alicia, I'm not trying to go too long on this topic,
Mm-hmm.
but I've dealt with some liars, and I feel like what lying, because I've told a little white lie before, but that's when I was younger and didn't realize the effect of lying, and I do not feel like all men lie on, how can I say it? I don't feel like they want to lie, in some of them, not all, but I don't feel like they want to lie. I just feel like sometimes it may be like, dang, I don't know how she's gonna feel. And that's another, you just gotta be open with, if you feel like you're something is happening or whatever, and you don't think that the other person is going to like that, you got to be open and honest with stuff like that, because now you're putting them in a situation they don't know, and then it's like, dang, I could have been stopped talking to you, because like I could have been stopped talking to you.
Right.
So yeah, you just have to be open. You have to be open. You can't be selfish. Lying is being selfish. That's being selfish, because you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about the other person. Girl, I said a mouthful. So how you feel about them, child?
I don't deal with liars. I don't like liars. For me, for the most part, I feel like there's a lot of stuff. Um, I'm not gonna say I'm okay with. That's not true. I used to be okay with a lot of stuff. Um, and I would always give you an opportunity to speak on it.
Me. Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not, but at the same time, I will still always give you the opportunity to speak on it. But and at the end, I will still always give you time to address it. But you know me, especially if I'm asking you something. If I'm like, hey, blah, 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 when I
Right.
give you a general question, even if it's more general, give me all the tea. No, I want all the tea.
Please.
No, tell me your life story. Because if later it comes back to me and I'm like, okay, but why didn't you tell me this when I asked you about this? Because I have a good memory. I remember our conversations, especially when it's something like juicy like that. Because chances are I done ran my mouth to somebody. So I done told the story back to someone else. I know. I done retold it. So at this point, it's locked in. So now, when I'm remembering it back, and I'm like, no, you didn't tell me this because blah, blah, blah. You're like, well, you never asked me. So now you acting like I'm stupid. Now I gotta hit you in the
Right.
face. You see how
Right.
that makes me feel? Like that's what gets to me. Because at that point, you're acting like I'm dumb. You could have just been honest from the beginning.
And I was just gonna say that. Don't lie. Don't knowingly lie, and then you're acting as if I'm the
That's what
dumb one,
makes
or
me
I'm
feel.
the
That's
foolish
what makes me
one,
more
or
the
I don't
most
know
mad.
what's going on.
That's what
Don't
gets
try
me
to
the
make me feel like I'm
most
crazy.
mad. That's what makes me want to
Mm-mm.
fight you. When you start acting like I'm stupid, or making me trying to make me feel like I'm stupid, or like I'm crazy. That's what make me want to
Or
like
have me
square up with
second
you.
guessing myself.
No,
Like,
that.
hold on, no.
I'm not second
I know what
guessing.
I'm talking about.
That I know exactly what I'm talking
Exactly.
about. Like, come on now. I've had dude try to lie in my face, like that he was not talking to the girl. He gets out of the car to make a call. Mind you, his phone was connected to my Bluetooth in my car, so it's ringing in the like it's connected to my car, so it comes up on the screen. His homeboy's in the back seat talking to me about how he's a good dude. He still misses you. Bop, bop, bop. I said, hold on a second. Shh. We both look up and we see it ringing. He's like, she's calling him. I said, no, that's dialing out. It says calling old girl. I called his name. He walks up. He hangs up. He walks up. I put the call out up. I said, so you wasn't just calling that girl? And he's still trying to lie. The homeboy like, nah, come on, nephew. Like, nah, you was calling her. Like, because he's still trying to lie to me. Like, bro,
So
stop
disrespectful,
it.
right outside the car.
Right
Don't
outside the
even have to do.
car.
And then see that be my thing with niggas. Like y'all already is slow. Y'all
I'm
back can't
smarter than
cheat, and then
you.
y'all got the nerve to lie on top of
You
it.
got caught in 4K. I promise you I'm smarter than you. I used to date dumb niggas. I'm smarter than you, okay? You know this. You know good and damn well I'm way smarter than you. So stop it. Don't fucking play with me. I cannot stand a liar. At the end of the day, don't question me. Don't act like I'm slow. I'm right about everything. And as much as y'all like to try to hate,
About time you.
9 times out of 10 I'm right. And that's just facts. As a Sagittarius, I stand on that 10 toes. So stop it. And I know you're listening. I'm
More
just gonna
of
say that.
the story,
I'm just gonna say
right?
that.
And more of the story is don't be out here lying, y'all. Just
Don't
tell
be
the
lying to
truth.
me.
The truth will literally set you free. You will
That
feel
give
so
me the
much
option
better.
to make my
Yes,
decision. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe it's something we'll
right,
discuss, we'll talk about, we'll work through. I'll make my decision, or maybe I'll dip. Either way, we can be cool after that. I respect you. Now that you're a liar, now I feel like I gotta slap you in your face because you disrespected me. Like,
right.
no, I'm threatening violence. And it's
And who
not
knows?
cool.
You may have told me something. I'd be like, you know what? I'ma still talk to you because I respect you for even telling me that. You don't know what I'ma say.
Exactly. I feel like communication is the
So
most important thing.
the key, yes, and knowing how to communicate. That's
Right.
the real
That's the
tip right
biggest
there.
test.
Knowing how to communicate.
And that's what I'm working on. That's what I've been working on. I work on my reactions to things. I'm one who reacts first. As a fire sign, as someone who lives in a house full of fire signs, both my parents are fire signs. Everybody in my house reacts first. I only know. I've only been modeled how to react first. I've had to learn how to step back and kind of just listen. That's why I like a laid back nigga, because he knows how to just chill. I don't. That's why. So, like, that's why I just, like, no. Just speak your mind, bro. It's not that deep.
Right.
But speaking of, like, finding our matches and what we like, let's go ahead and talk about marriage. And how long you feel like you would be with someone before you would consider marrying them? Go ahead.
So I was thinking about this actually while I was at work, and I was just thinking like, what would be too so like what would I feel like if somebody proposed to me right now, and considering like the time that we have taught, what's the time frame? Me personally, I feel like I would not mind if a guy was to marry me or propose to me within like the second or third the by the second or third year. To be honest, I feel like that's how soon I would get married, and that's not soon. Cause, and I want to add this: the man who I'm with needs to know that he's gonna marry me within 3 months. He needs to know that. Let's talk to him within 3 months. You should know if you're gonna marry me by year three. By year three, we should be married. So that is, I'm good with that. Now, if somebody was to propose to me and we've only been talking for 3 months, but like I'm literally like so in love with him, like you know how the 3 month, like how the beginning stages be. If it was something like that, to be honest, I even wouldn't let that like take a hold of reality. Like it can happen, but let's be realistic. Like I love the gesture, and let's keep it on the table. don't lose that gesture. Let's just keep on, going on a couple of more dates and stuff, and let's just see, um, you know, how it's gonna if we're still together within a year. Okay,
Right.
now that I would do. If a guy proposed to me within 3 months and we make it to a year, I may just go ahead and let you marry me, child. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2 to 3 years the most. I
Mm-hmm.
would let someone propose to me. But yeah, by month 3, you need to know if we're 3 or 5. I'm 3.
5 is a
No,
lot. For
literally. So
me,
3 months, you need to know if you're gonna marry me.
I would say
What about you, friend?
the fastest I would actually get married is a year. Um, like I haven't dated for a year, I would get married. I would actually do it. 2 years is like ideal. I haven't dated for 2 years. Definitely wouldn't date for more than 3 at this point in life because I'm getting old.
Says us at 25 and 26. But
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just saying, like I don't got time to waste. Um, I feel like if someone I have had people propose to me in 2 months, and I was younger though, so and I thought they were insane. And if a dude proposed to me in 2 months, the Sag in me would love that because I'm conceited as hell.
Because you love the attention.
You already fucking know. Like, of course you're in love with me. I'm that motherfucking girl. Like, of course, I fall in love like in the snap of a fucking finger. But when I actually like go through with it, hell no. I would think you're insane. Like in the back of my head, I'm like, this nigga's trying to murder me. But like at the same time, I know you're in love with me because why wouldn't you be? I'm that bitch. But you're also
Period.
trying to murder me. I wouldn't actually marry someone within like 2-3 months. That I think that's kind of crazy. I be seeing like the people's love stories like on TikTok and shit. Like it be happening. I just don't think that would be me. Like
Right.
my therapist is like she never encourages people to get married until they've seen all the partner's emotions.
And
They've
I
seen them happy. They've seen them
definitely
mad.
agree
They've
with
seen
that.
them.
Yes.
She's like, she's had
Mm-hmm.
clients that got married. She had never seen the man angry before. He got angry one day. He started beating on her, and I said, "Oh, she had never seen a man." Yeah. So for me, I would need to see all of that. I dated somebody for like months. To this day, I've never seen him mad. I've seen him like angry, like go sit in the corner and like not talk. But I don't think I've seen him like
Right.
mad. I'm talking about hairline. I still don't think I've ever seen him mad. I've seen him like snap a little bit, but he's still never been mad at me or been mad at anybody like active, like in his
Wait, you
face.
talking about weird
Yes.
bloodline?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, you know right on. That's why we're friends.
He's never he was mad at his baby mom one time, but it was very much just like something she was going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like
Right.
in the moment type mad. It was like he just called his mom and they talked about it. He calmed down, or he was mad at a friend, and he talked to me about it and calmed down. It was not. It wasn't like I'm pissed, kind of mad.
Right. Which I want to see it all. I want to see when you is like pissed, like
right. I've never seen
you
it. I
said.
kept saying
I
it. I'm
want
like,
to see it all.
I was like, I want to see you mad. Like, I'm so excited for it. He's like, I don't get why you want to see that. I'm like, bro, no, like for real. Like, I'm so
Now,
excited.
let me
Like,
go get my popcorn. I love this.
I'm excited. Like, I'm ready for it. He's like, you're insane. I'm like, no. I'm clutching my pearls. Like, I can't wait. It's gonna bring me such joy. You don't understand. He's like, you don't want to see it. I'm like, I bet I do. I'm gonna be like cheesing Kool-Aid smile. I thrive in chaos. It's gonna be the best. But no, I need to see all of that. We would have had to have talked about, all the kind of like life things. all that types of stuff. We would have to have met the families, met the kids, met the baby
Right.
mamas, if you got the baby mamas, all that types of situations. That's the other thing, is if they have kids. If they have kids, I feel like that's going to add in factor at times.
Yes.
As well. Because, I don't know. And it depends on their age. I don't want to marry somebody with young kids. Yeah, like under 2 is insane.
Mhm.
Yeah, go fix your family. Why are you worried about me? Go home. But it's for me. Yeah, but I do definitely want to get married. Um, I think the person who's gonna marry me is gonna like I'm gonna walk in the room and they're gonna be like, oh, that's my bitch. Like, there's very much gonna be instant. You're gonna know because it just makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's very obvious. It's very obvious. I'm clearly amazing. Everybody falls in love with me like immediately. I don't know. They either hate me or love me immediately. No, I feel like I'm the type of person. People don't usually grow on me. They either love me or hate me immediately. So like, I feel like you're just gonna know either way. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna choke myself.
Everyone
She
loves
keeps
me.
texting me. Okay, Max. Yeah. So that's really that. With that situation, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Since you feel like everyone loves you so much, let's go ahead, go shot for shot, and name the celebrities that you feel wouldn't like you. And tell us why.
So, we came up with a top 3 list of celebrities that we just think that would not like us due to the fact that we do not like them. This should be fun. So, who I think my list is.
Well, I
Let me go
don't
to
feel like
my
it's just because we don't like them.
Well,
It's
or
based off of
yeah,
like, our personalities not matching.
right.
Yeah.
But mine is more so I don't like them. So, I came up with a top 3, and the first one on my list is Azalea Banks. And I put Azalea Banks, even though I do feel like she can read a bitch down, and I will give her that. However, that's not going to get you into the cookout, honey. And I would just have to remind her all the time, like, girl, what is your problem? Like, I honestly just feel like she needs counseling and therapy. Like, she's not all the way there, but she literally like starts things. Like, she's the type that will talk about somebody, but then when somebody talks about her, okay, all bets are off. Like, no. And I would have to she would not like no, you can't throw the rock and hide your hand now. So no, we would not get along because I would constantly have to, or I would constantly just like, she wouldn't like me. She wouldn't like my attitude. And I already know that. We would definitely go at it. I could see myself arguing with Azalea. Well, honestly, I wouldn't even give her that much energy, but I would have to hit her with the 1-2 because she nice with the comebacks. And then 2 on my list is Tommy Lauren. And I feel like if you don't know who Tommy Lauren is, she used to be on CNN, like as one of the politicians, I guess, on there. Yeah, so she is, if you ask me, not for the black people. We can just say that. And she definitely gives entitled and too good for our community. I would just have to school her. And to be honest, I would just send Alicia to read her for me because Alicia gonna read her. And that's just what you're gonna do, friend. So yeah, we would just go at it because yeah, no, I don't like all that snooty attitudes and just the way she thinks about us and like her logic of thinking. Like she's an airhead to me. So yeah, we would definitely not get along. And three on my list, I had to put a man on here. Well, I didn't have to, but I wanted to even it out because I put two females and I don't want to, like how the females like to tussle. So I put a man on here and I put Draymond Green.
Ooh.
And he plays for the Warriors. And I'm not sure if I ever brought him up to you, but Draymond just does entirely too much for me. Like, if it's literally anything on the basketball, like basically he can be playing a game and something can just, perfect example, he literally just got mad and literally walked off the court because the man on his team, Jordan Poole, who he slapped in practice, which somebody from the Golden State aired that out because we'll never see nothing happen on in practices. So they was coming for you, Draymond. Whoever leaked that don't like you either. But he literally got upset with him because they was, in the middle of a real game and he wanted the other guy to pass him the ball, and the other guy didn't pass him the ball. He passed it to someone else. He literally walked off, just walked off. He literally just walked off. Like, you slapped him and you got the nerve to, first of all, Jordan has, I'm not sure if he's gotten over it or anything like that, but he seems to be a team player. He's still on the team with a man that slapped him. So I don't know how much more team player you're going to get from that. But Draymond just gives me very entitled, he gives me very bully vibes. He just gives me bully. That's all I see on the court. I'm not sure how he is off the court, but that just tarnished him for me. So yeah, I don't like him. And y'all know him and LeBron, they're cool now. But yeah, he used to get into it with LeBron, and you're not going to do all that, sir. No, you're not. So yeah, those are my top three, friend. Who's yours?
Okay, I said shot for shot, but you gave all three yours, so I guess I'll just go ahead. So my three, and this is just randomly that all three of them are cancers, because I looked it up. I actually don't get along with cancers very well, surprisingly. Being that I'm a Sagittarius, cancers are very emotional, and I am very blunt, so clearly that's why we don't get along. Anyway, for me, all of these people are not people necessarily that I don't like them per se. It's just that I don't think our personalities would mesh. Again, after looking them up, realizing they're zodiac, it kind of makes sense. Anyway, first person I have on here who I actually don't particularly care for, and I don't know if I mentioned her before, not liking her, Ari Fletcher.
Oh, okay.
Much of an explanation, but I just feel like she be doing too much sometimes. She tends to take stuff to the internet. I think I did say I didn't like her when we mentioned her at Hot Topic. Either way, she tends to take stuff to the internet a lot, which is not really my vibe. I feel like she gives Mean Girl vibes, but only
definitely.
I feel like she does it, but not in a funny way, in a very much Mean Girl way. I give Mean Girl in a funny way.
Right, like if you're... Wait, what you just said?
I said I can give Mean Girl in a funny way. She gives Mean Girl in I'm gonna try to be a mean girl, and then when people come back at me, then I want to try to just hide, or then I'm gonna just delete my tweets.
Yeah, I thought you said Erica Banks, when she did these girls can't sit with me if they're not this, that. Ari definitely gives. She goes down the list, and if you're not on that list, you can't hang with her.
Ari definitely gives that, and then she's gonna Ari will say some shit and then delete her tweets. If I'm gonna talk shit, I'm keeping that shit up. You know what I'm saying? I'm
right.
That shit. No, and so it very much gives I'm gonna throw the rock and hide my hand type shit, and I would have to call her on that, because no, if you want to talk out the side of your neck, stand in it or keep your fucking mouth shut. You don't get to be.
And let me just add one little thing to your little comment with Ari, since you chose her. I was watching an interview of her a long time ago, like when nobody literally like knew her like that, like only from her. She was basically saying like, yeah, I'm from Chicago. I grew up in Chicago. All them hoes at school used to be jealous of me and blah blah blah. Like it's just very like me. Like I can tell Ari, you were the problem. They weren't hating on you. You were the problem.
Right. Miss Applehead herself. Um, and I was just like, I watched her on Funny Marco, just because I like Funny Marco interviews, and like, you know, it's like I don't dislike her for real. Like she be having like her little, you know, kiki moments.
Right, right.
I be trying to like her, but then she just be doing stuff to just make me like see.
Girl,
Like every
every
time I try
time,
to give her a
every time.
chance, she just be doing stuff to make me like. Every time I give her a shot, she falls back down. So yeah, she just be doing too much. I don't care for her. So yeah, Ari. My second person, this one, I feel like it may be a little bit obvious for people, but maybe not for why you think. It is 50 Cent. Now, you may think it's because he's a troll. I enjoy him being a troll, so that's not what I'm saying. I like that.
Because in a way, you are petty like 50 Cent as well. So that's why y'all see each other.
We see each other on that. I enjoy that thoroughly. That's why we would be in the same places. We would be at the petty meetings together. You know what I'm saying? But we would be at the petty meetings because why is you beefing with your son? I don't like that. And I would call him.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Every time I see him, and he would not like that. And so then me and him would have beef at the petty meetings because we're beefing about his child. That's what you know what I'm saying? I'm here for him buying out the first 3 rows of the Ja Rule concert so that it's empty when he's performing. I like that shit. That's real great.
Wait, and since you own 50 Cent, did you hear about what he recently just did? So his one of his business partners, this man used to work for him. I don't know who it was. I forgot what it was. I got to send you the article. But girl, so basically he was in a he was like one of 50 Cent's partners, like with his liquor deal, and like stole like millions of dollars, like 6. It was a low number, but it was in the millions. So that's not low. But it was like $2 million or something like that. 50 Cent don't care if you owe him $1. Girl, he won his case. And girl, he's taking all of his assets, his cars, and his house. Girl, he put a post on his page and was like, "I want you out my house by Monday." I said 50 Cent is a menace.
He's a menace. He be going after old girl all the time. Sierra Marie, you know she don't got no damn money.
Just add interest to her.
Listen, it's a menace.
And he ain't gonna never get it.
He's a menace, and he needs to be stopped. He don't need that money. It's the principle.
Right. That's exactly how he see it. He don't even need it. It's just the principle.
I just don't like that he be beefing with his child. And to be honest, his actual issue is with his baby mom. The son is mad that he wasn't around, but it's due to like beef with the parent, and he's not making an effort to resolve his issues with his son. And now just like they need therapy. That's really it. Family therapy.
I do feel like. I agree with that. On top of him already not being there, and then his mom, like that gives the other parents to say whatever they want about you because you're not there to defend yourself. So I feel like that also got his own opinion about him, and 50 Cent is just too stubborn to be a dad for once, and just apologize to the son. So yeah, child, that's another story.
And then my third person is Saweetie.
Really? I'm shocked.
I didn't say I didn't like her. I just don't think we get along. I don't think she would like me.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm interesting to know. Like, why y'all wouldn't get along?
Um, she's a Cancer. I knew she was a Cancer. Um,
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like she puts on a little bit. You know what I'm saying? With the
Yes, I forgot we did have this talk.
and
Yes,
I don't like that. You know, I don't like that energy. I, so
right.
I would probably call that out at some point, just because I'm not here for that fake shit. I think she'll get
Girl,
emotional
what?
about me. I think she'll get emotional about that. Wouldn't like the fact that I call it out, and probably wouldn't have the best delivery of it. Even though I wouldn't think the no way of it, because I mean, why is you being fake as fuck? Like, be you. What the fuck? Like, you know,
Right. Talking your own voice.
you're
Your
talking your
real
normal
voice.
voice, do your normal shit, and maybe you would be back on the charts. Like, that's just really all it is. I don't know what to say. Um, Cause I don't dislike her when she's doing normal stuff, when she's being like her authentic self, but I don't feel like we get
Right.
that much of her anymore. I feel like it's very much giving caricature of a black woman, or what she thinks it should be, instead of her.
Right. Right. But that's her whole little.
Aesthetic is like ghetto girl now. I mean, girl,
Right.
what the fuck? That's
Right.
not
Right.
you. Stop playing.
Right.
You're a college graduate of like a top 50
Right.
university. Like, act like it.
We was all with the pretty bitch music. We was with that. We was rocking with it.
Do
Cause,
that.
right. But
Now you eat
yeah, that
crab
makes sense.
legs with for 4-inch nails on. Like, it don't make no sense. That's really I don't understand what to do, what that's about. But I just I'm trying to figure out why she's doing that. At the end of the day, though, hopefully she'll get it together.
At least you are funny.
And that's really my third person. So we can go on and get into our next topic, which is
The last topic of the show for today.
our top 3 R&B songs. And the way I explained what our top 3 was going to be, these are songs that you're not going to skip. Like, you're always going to play it. You always going to turn the music up. You're going to sing along. Like, your top 3. Not necessarily, like, favorite of all time, but just like a no-skip song, if you will. So this time, we'll go ahead and go shot for shot. I'll start.
Okay.
My first one I had is Can't Stand the Rain, New Edition.
That's my song.
Yeah, it just gives vibes. I was in Rainbow one day. They had it on the station. I'm singing along like loud as hell with my little sister. She's like, "What do they mean? What do you can't stand the rain?" I'm like, "Girl, you're 7."
You'll never understand. Well, my first song is "Make It Last" by Keith Sweat. I feel like when I hear that, it's over. I'm not changing the song. We gotta let it play. And yeah, Make It Last is just like, yeah, I'm no skip at all.
I always think of Miss Juicy. I always hear Miss Juicy Baby singing it now when I hear it. She was fucking it up.
I love Miss Juicy Baby. She is funny.
This one, which is a little interesting, I feel like, Rocking That Shit by The Dream.
Ah! That is too funny.
She rocking that shit like
no, let's be real. Dream had bops as an artist. Okay?
No,
he had bops.
Shout out to The Dream, because he's still,
shout out to The Dream. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, as an artist, like him on the record,
yeah,
he definitely had the bops, and we was definitely singing all them songs.
No, for real. It's
And
still
still
my
to this day,
fave.
obviously.
I literally be like, damn, I want to hear that, and like put it on, and like, yeah, I just was like put it on like 2 days ago. That's why I was like, you know what, this needs to make the list.
So my second song on the list, and it's like ever since I heard this song, I was just in love with it. Is "Damage" by her. If that song comes on, you better not touch that radio or whatever it's on. Please don't touch it. That song just does something to me. Like, I feel like nobody else could. That's one of those type of songs. Like, her did that. She did that. Like, I can't hear nobody else singing that song. That song was like perfectly made for her to sing, and the tone she did. Like, I just love that song. And anytime it come on, I'm gonna sing it.
I like that song too. It's interesting you said her, because my last song is "Girl Like Me," which is Jasmine Sullivan featuring her.
I love
I
that
cried the
song.
first time I heard that song. Not the first time, but like it was one of the first times I heard that song. Yeah, it had me in my feels. I was with a nigga who made me, and it put me in my feels a little bit. And I was like, you know what? You're right. You're right.
No, they was talk. No, they was saying what they had to say on that song for real. Especially Jasmine. Jasmine is that girl.
For real. And I was like, I could not put, like, I was going through her songs. I was like, I have to put one of hers on here. And I was like, you know what? I think that's the one, because it really be putting me in my feels.
No, seriously, because you gonna make a hoe out of me? What?
Listen.
Okay, listen, girl, probably gonna make me play that album tonight. Okay,
but
so
you gonna make a hoe out of me? Like, come on.
the wordplay, it's like the songwriting is at an all-time high. Okay,
The singers who started out as songwriters and then like became singers be the best ones. Like Jasmine, like
right. And it's like, no wonder you got so many hits. Look what you writing for other people. So my last and but not least song on the list, my third song. This is one of my, and I'm gonna say this. This is probably one of my favorite songs by her. And I love her, not her, the artist, but Beyonce. And I put Me, Myself, and I adore that song whenever it comes. Listen, they play, and I will say they be playing club music at my job. Almost seems like it, and they will play them some Me, Myself, and I. And I am the type, I will put my customer on hold to sing that song. I feel like if I miss out on it, I just like missed out on life or something. I have to sing the song, so I'll be in the middle of a conversation and I'm just like singing it in my head. I'm like, huh? But I love that song. Like, I just love that song. Beyonce was like in her bag. She's still in her bag, but she was in her bag with that song. So song. That's my favorite.
Yeah, those were some vibes. I'm really trying to put on some R&B vibes tonight. But anyway, that's all we got for our show this week. I want to thank y'all for listening. Follow us on all our social medias. I don't know, Faran. Once again, I'm Alicia.
And I'm Max.
Anything else you want to say, friend?
No. So the moral of today's topic is don't be a liar. Don't be a liar.
Don't be a liar.
And don't be the one that's getting lied to.
Seriously. Just, you know.
And y'all stay messy.
Stay messy.
And stay blessed.
Stay blessed. Stay prayed up, y'all.
And if you're not having a good day, I heard Tabitha Brown say this and I just loved it. If you're not having a good day, don't mess up somebody else's day. I hope you pray about it.
Love y'all.
Y'all can follow us again at I don't know friend. And yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next episode of I don't know friends. Toodles.
Bye.